Up to 100 bikies brought traffic to a standstill today as hearses and Harleys rode in formation to the funeral of slain Rebels boss Nick Martin. Police tracked their every movement from the ground and sky. This is the moment a police marksman took aim from the air. The sniper poised, finger on the trigger, ready. All because police believe the killer who executed him in front of horrified families at Perth Motorplex could very well be among the mourners.
The sound of the Underworld taking over the streets of Perth. The 1% coming together for a brother in arms, rebel Nick Martin. As the raw grief of his loved ones was laid bare, the former boss of WA's biggest bikie gang was honoured with a coffin fit for a criminal kingpin, wrapped in $100 bills. The casket on a sidecar for the final send-off. In the sky, unprecedented scenes. A police sniper in position, part of the security operation. On the ground, crowds lined the streets, even peered over fences, filming on phones. A public ceremony for a man counted by many as a public enemy. Nick Martin wasn't a celebrity, but so many people wanted to catch a glimpse. Traffic lights were turned green to allow for the procession of 100 motorbikes to cruise through our northern suburbs. His widow at the front of the pack. Drivers were warned to steer clear, but traffic banked up for kilometres. The tribute ride began at Nick Martin's Nangara home, a suburban fortress. Hundreds of police escorted the convoy from the funeral home in North Perth, along the coast and onto Pinaroo Cemetery.
Nick Martin had many enemies, even inside his own ranks, but in death, the bikie appears to be larger than life.
His farewell more high profile than his public execution at the Kwinana Motorplex. Amanda Martin was sitting next to her husband when he was gunned down.
There is a hole in my heart and cannot be healed. My best friend is gone and I am broken into a million pieces and I just want him to come home.
The 51-year-old was a father and a grandfather.
When they did me, I could tell straight away they would have a special relationship. As my dad would say, she was a granddad's girl.
But he had a dark side. The rebel was facing extortion charges. He was also attacked by a rival gang member just weeks before his murder. Today's procession was in many ways a show of strength, designed to deter anyone from thinking the rebels are a spent force without Martin's leadership.
Nick, if I had the chance to say one last thing to you, it will be that I promise to keep this club going the way you want it to be.
Son-in-law Ricky Chapman, who survived the shooting, wasn't at the service. Instead, in jail, accused of associating with bikies while out on bail. His girlfriend Stacey Shop was surrounded by a rebel army. $1 million reward remains on the table for information that leads to the bikie killer. Police say Nick Martin's farewell provides intel on WA's underbelly and maybe even clues as to who ordered the hit. Perhaps the sniper is even riding among them. Today was Nick Martin's final ride, but the hunt for his hitman continues.
As we go to air, Nick Martin's wake is well underway. Crime reporter Emily Baker is at the Rebels Clubhouse in East Victoria Park. And what's the crowd like there?
Rick, there's still a few bikies here, but so far no trouble. But police will be on high alert overnight, just in case of any spot fires. Nick Martin's family are adamant that he was the rebels' president. That's despite police intel. Now the question is, who will take over? Sources say it could be this man, Carl LeBrook, pictured next to Martin's wife at his funeral. Though police say it is important not to glorify these gangs. 15 outlaw motorcycle groups are currently operating across Perth, and a dedicated team of gang crime detectives are working day in and day out to protect our community. Now the pressure is on to find Martin's killer. Rick.